Let's have a look at the content of the Custer Academy Charter that is provided in addition to this course. We look at the front page, the list of changes, and all paragraphs that are part of the Charter. Here you see the front page of the Charter. It contains the project name, the project manager, and the project sponsor, and also the version number, which is quite important for the Charter because we have to be sure that we are using the correct Charter. At the right-hand side, you see the table of content with the 14 paragraphs that are part of the Charter. First element to have a look at is the list of changes and the version number. It's important to have the list of changes so you have a history of the Charter from when it started till all the changes till the end of the project. You have to put the date of the revision. Very important to keep the versions. The revision reference number. You have to identify a system how to write the revision in a, let's say, in a logical format. Some information about what the revision is about and the author of the revision or the person who approved the changes. Like I said, the version number is very important. You have to be sure that you have the right version number and of course that you're using the right charter. Let's have a look at the content, starting with the first paragraph, which is about the general provisions. Here we relate to the project name, and the organization for whom this project is being done. It contains practical requirements about the project, and it's also very important to state that the charter is approved when the project manager, the project client, and the project sponsor sign the charter. The signatures mean that we can continue with the project. The second part is the purpose of the project. We briefly describe the purpose of the project and its justification. Here the information relates to the business standpoint of the project, why we selected the project, and what are the financial implementations. Paragraph 3, we look at the measurable project objectives and related success criteria. The objective is the strategic position to be attained, the purpose to be achieved, the result, the product or a service that has to be created. The criteria are the standards, rules, tests on which a judgment or decision can be based or by which a product, service or result can be evaluated. The high-level requirements define what the expectations of the project will be. This is still not very detailed at this moment because we will have more information once we start planning the project. Paragraph 5, high-level project description, boundaries and key deliverables. This is the place where we will say what the project is about, who will profit from the project, what will be or what was the reason to do the project, by when should it be completed, and how much should the project cost. This is the main part, the heart of the charter, because here we have to describe the project in a way that everybody understands its goal, that everybody knows what the project is about. Paragraph 6 is about project risks. The risks, very high level at this moment, but risks relate to opportunities and threats. What we already know at this moment can be written here in paragraph 6. Paragraph 7 is about the milestones. What are the milestones that already can be defined? There may be some important steps to be achieved during the project life cycle that can be related, for example, to the strategy of the company. We look at some reserved financial resources. It means that some money already has been or may have been reserved to complete the project. We don't know yet if this money is sufficient, but it's the starting point of the project. And later, when we finish the project plan, we will know that these resources are sufficient or not. The following paragraphs of the charter will be discussed now. First of all, the list of the key stakeholders. It is very important to identify the stakeholders at the beginning of the project. We know that they can change during the project, but the moment we make the charter, we already have to have a list of key stakeholders. Project success factors and parameters for approval. How do we define success? And what are the parameters that will be used or the parameters that have to be met to approve the project? Project exit criteria are very important. Here we have to specify the conditions that have to be met in order to close or to cancel the project or phase. This refers to approvals, completed documents, and completed deliverables. Paragraph 12 identifies the project manager. The project manager is one of the key people for the project, and we have to assign a project manager for this project. Number 13 is about the signatures. We have to sign, or the people who are important for the project, like the client, the sponsor, and the project manager, have to sign the charter. Like we said in the beginning, the signature of the charter by all the people concerned means that the project can go to the next project or process step, which is planning. The last part are the attachments, all the documents that are interesting or important for these projects. The attachment may relate to rules, may be standards, may be regulations, internal documents. They may refer to templates that will be used in the project. It is not necessary to describe again what's in these attachments. We can just refer to them, and that is sufficient. So this is the overview of the charter that I offer to you. You can use it, you can adjust it, and you will see once you start working on a project, you may change the elements that are part of the charter. You may add paragraphs, you may change the content, you may change the names, but this is a good start for you and your future projects. The next session will be about a case study. We will look at some parameters, not at a complete charter, but it will be a very interesting case for you to understand how projects are defined. You did a great job. We did a lot of work already. We're not finished yet in this section, but we are on our way. See you in the next session.